Are you ready to live your dream? Motivation, inspiration, and passion. That's what it takes to make dreams come true. Welcome to the Nadia Sahari Show. Our guests will share important tips, insights, and knowledge to help you fulfill your dreams of success. Here's your host, actress, author, entrepreneur, Nadia Sahari.
Lisa Belcher, welcome to the Nadia Sahari Show. How are you?
Doing great. Can't complain.
I know, it's wonderful. The weather is cooler, like what, 76? Well, I like the sunshine. I like the heat myself, but that's okay.
I'm with you. This is about as cool as I like it, and then I have to get out.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't handle it cooler. I can't. Okay, well, great. Let's talk about you. You have done some movies, some films, and the latest that I saw on YouTube, which was Guest of Honor. Let's talk about Guest of Honor because I watched it, and I got to tell you, I got very emotional. You made me cry, and I was so touched because it was brilliant, the way that it was done. And I don't want to give away the scenes, but one scene actually made me think something else. And I was just shocked when it was something else than what I thought. But yes, so tell us about Guest of Honor, how that came to be something that you wanted to do. How did you create this?
Sure. So my producing partner, Christian Altano, sent me an article about the subject, and it really gave me the feels, and I just was inspired to write the story based on the article he sent. The story is about a couple who is dealing with a tragedy in their lives, and they're about to have their 21st anniversary, and they're supposed to have a big party, but they're just not sure if they should go forward with it, but they do, and an unusual guest arrives, and so that's about all I can tell you about the story.
That's right. They have to watch it like I did. But it was kind of tricky in some ways, but it was really cool. It was good how you did it. And so when you did this Guest of Honor, so did you write the script?
Well, I wrote the first draft. And then as we were deciding, okay, let's make this, the first person I thought of was Lucas Hassel, a good friend of mine and a very talented actor. And he came on to play the role of Nicholas, the husband. And when we started talking it through, then at that point, I didn't have any intentions of playing the role of Rebecca, but working with Lucas, and he agreed that this would be kind of a good deal for us to do together. So we really started working on the characters and developing them. And then Lucas came on as a writer. So we both wrote this script. And yeah, after the script kind of came to be, we shot it here in Austin. And it was Austin has such a wonderful independent film community. So I had a great group of people that came on board to put it together. Alex Walker was my cinematographer. That's the first time we worked together. Also, Stefan Schmidt wrote the music. He's based out of LA. And we got at least one, I think, Best Score Award for this film based on his awesome talent. And he's worked on all of my films as well. So it did the festival circuit, really got some nice love. I was very honored. Several awards for the writing, for the performances, just overall a few best shorts we got. I was really proud. And it still is doing the circuit a little bit and playing out there. But right now it's available online. And it got picked up by a nonprofit organization that is going to use this to sort of further their message. It's been a wonderful experience, and probably the highlight for me is taking it to festivals and hearing from the audience. People who really connected with it. Had a lot of people come up, very emotional, who've had similar experiences in their lives and just wanted to tell me about that. And that makes it all worth it. That really means a lot to hear from people who it connected with. So yeah, it's been a great project. I'm real proud of it.
Yes, and that's what you want. You want the people to take it in and relate to it and to feel something And that's what we need to do when we see film or hear stories or whatever. You have to have some emotion, some type of emotion to feel what is being conveyed in the film. Now, let me ask you, when did you start thinking about all this, about being an actress, a script writer, you know, everything that you do? How old were you when this all came to fruition, where you said, I want this. This is my dream?
Well, it definitely started for me in high school. I just thought filmmaking was such an interesting thing. And I really thought about being behind the camera. It never entered my mind at that stage, at least to be in front of the camera. And I guess I started the journey. I did want to go to film school and learn about filmmaking there, but my parents suggested I do business school instead, which I did, and I don't regret. So that was great. Self-taught and learned, on the set and through experiences. So the first thing I really tackled was the screenwriting process. And Jill Chamberlain is a local Austin screenwriting teacher. She's amazing. I've taken so many of her classes, and she also has a book out called The Nutshell Technique that's available on Amazon. I'm a huge fan of her process. There's so many different screenwriting books out there, and different people have different ways they go about it. But learning from her, I feel was the best resource for me. So I learned screenwriting, and then started finding myself on film sets, and it just kind of grew from there. So that's kind of how it started.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Well, I had the dream when I was 10 to be an actress, but I never, ever gave it any thought as far as other things that go on with film. It was like, wow, I got older and I thought there's more than just acting. But actress was my first love. But I'm excited, and I think it's great that you are doing what you're doing. And you have also filmed Javelina Run, I believe, and that is something that is complete with you and finished.
Yeah, the latest project that's about to, it is kind of hitting the film festival circuit, although with COVID, it's kind of had a bit of a summer. But that's that's a comedy Western. It was a lot of fun, very different than Guest of Honor. Again, Christian, my producing partner, had the idea of let's shoot a Western. And so Aaron Hale, who wrote the script and also plays the role of Clarence, we were collaborating on a different project. And so I just kind of threw the idea his way, and he came up with this script, Javelina Run. And it was a big production, and we did a lot of, I guess, different things that I hadn't done on other film sets before, the comedy piece, and there was some action moments, and the periodness of it with the costumes and the props and all that was a new fun experience. But we had a huge cast and crew. I think we had about 100 people on the film set at one time. So it was a big group, but it was great. Again, Austin, the film community.
Yes, it's great. I know. Yes, Austin is fabulous for filming, not only independents, but theater movies, and we do get those. So let me ask you, Javelina Run, is that a period piece, or is it like today's cowboy, like Western?
Well, I don't know. Technically, I never set out to make it a period piece, but it does have the late 1800s sort of Western look to it. So a lot of our costumes and set design and everything sort of falls into that period. But given that it's a comedy and just the story, I kind of went about it and making it our own thing. At one point, we even thought about bringing in some modern pieces into it, like throwing in a cell phone and seeing what would happen there, and just kind of making it's very silly and fun. But
it's been silly and fun. It would have. You should have done that. some cowboy, with his cell phone back in the 1800s.
Yeah, I know. We thought so. So technically, no, it's not a period piece, but a lot of the pieces do fall in late 1800s as well.
Austin. Now, all your crew was from Austin. Your cinematographers, just everybody that your wardrobe, your everything was all Austin people. Your
area, because we got it at Blanco, and we did have some people travel from far areas around Texas. But everybody was from Texas. Yeah,
wow, that's great. That's cool. That's really cool. You are working on a new project called Curiosity. Let's talk about that. How did this come about?
Yeah, sure. So I met the writer of this TV series. Her name's Tasha Hardy. I met her at a film festival about a year ago, and I love film festivals for that purpose, for networking and meeting people. It's great. So Tasha and I really hit it off. We went and grabbed a coffee. She sent me the pilot for Curiosity, and I loved it. And then it was just kind of not the right timing, but we circled back a few months ago. And we have some great talent attached, which I'm excited about, and also a showrunner. So the plan is to shoot a short version of Curiosity, and possibly cut a sizzle as well, and then pitch it to the networks in that way. So Curiosity, as far as the story, it's centered around Bob Cook. He's our protagonist. He is a small town janitor. And he has a not so secret habit of sort of spying on people and getting into their business. And he means well. He's very lovable. The way we kind of describe the character, he's a little lower on the IQ scale, but higher on the EQ scale. So anyway, we follow his journey, and he witnesses the girl of his dreams getting kidnapped, and so he wants to go save her. So he enlists his buddy Dustin, who is a cop wannabe, and the two of them figure out how are they going to rescue her. So that's kind of what happens in the pilot. But there's loads of different fun characters that come in. I think it really has an awesome chance to have a great run at a TV series. So right now we're raising money to shoot the short. So if anyone is interested, it's called Curiosity, and you can find information on my website, which is jumprockpictures.com.
Cool. Okay, now you have 3 films. Curiosity, of course, is still in the works. The other 2 are already in the can and operating. And so now, is your showrunner from here or from California?
He's based in LA. Actor, he's done some great stuff, but Tasha sent it off to him, and he really loved it. And so, yeah, he's excited to be attached and just is waiting for us to put together the short or the sizzle so we can use that to pitch it.
Cool. That's cool. Yay. Showrunners are important.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, is there anything that the audience would like to know? Now, before we answer that question, actually,
check out the all-new Nadia Sahari Show. It's today's hottest new talk show and rated 5 stars on iTunes, featuring amazing guests and inspiring stories of today. All genres, all dreams, no limits. Visit thenadiasaharishow.com and get the app for Apple and Android. Easy streaming and listening. Have a business? Why not become a sponsor of the show and take your brand to the next level? Email us at info@thenadiasaharishow.com for our complete sponsor and advertising package deals. Let the show inspire you, motivate you, and educate you to your dream and to your success. Only on and always on the Nadia Sahari Show, the place where dreams really do come true.
tell the listeners what and how they could begin a career in filmmaking or acting. And what advice would you give to the listeners if they have this dream and they just don't know how to begin? What would be the greatest way to begin?
Yeah, well, Nadia, one of the things you always talk about is following our dreams and really kind of not giving up and making that happen. I mean, every industry has its bumps in the way, but filmmaking is a hard one. So never give up. That's always a good piece of advice. But I think I have a lot of filmmakers asking me, how do you do it? Just exactly like you just asked. I think my best tool has been networking. And what I mean by that is, like I said a minute ago, how I met Lucas at a film festival. I met Tasha at a film festival. Getting out there to film festivals and working and meeting other people in the filmmaking world and taking meetings with people, just going to networking events. You just never know who you're going to meet. And so I think relationships are really important, because this filmmaking gig you can't do by yourself. It's definitely a team effort.
Yeah.
So I think that's my number one, piece of advice. And don't get down on yourself. And, the first film you make, there's going to be good stuff and there's going to be bad stuff, but I think you should focus on the good stuff that you did. So that's what I, go forward with. There are moments I watch Guest of Honor and I go, oh, I should have done this. I could have done that. But overall, I focus on what I love about it. And I think, at least for me, that motivates me to kind of keep going. So,
yes. Have you heard of Terrence, by the way? He's a playwright from BC. Have you ever heard of him?
I feel like you mentioned it at some point, but
yes, I did. He had a quote that was amazing.
Okay.
And it applies to all of us. And I want to share it because it is so good. I mean, he did this in BC. Can you imagine? And so the quote is, I am human. I consider nothing human alien to me. Isn't that beautiful?
That is good. That's basically, we can do anything.
That's right. If you can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, they can do it.
Yeah.
Everybody can do whatever they want to do if they're human. If you're human, there's nothing impossible. Nothing.
I think that's a real positive way to go about thinking of things, because it's I don't know, sometimes we get down on ourselves, and especially when if we compare ourselves to others, we think, oh, they're doing better than I am at this or whatever. And so, but yeah, the fact that someone else can do it is a positive thing for you. That means you can do it. And I try, or I should say more, with each film, I want to get better. That's the goal. And, not everybody's going to love it. Filmmaking is very subjective. There are people that, flipped over Guest of Honor and thought it was the best thing ever. And then there's other people that, didn't accept it to their festivals and didn't like it. So you choose kind of what you're going to focus on. So.
Yeah, you can't please everybody, right? And you shouldn't even try. You do it the best you can. You have fun doing it and you just let it go. And that's how this all works. And the fact is that you did it. And that's the important fact, that you're doing it and you did it.
Yep.
So how can the listeners reach out or see the films that you've already filmed and that are ready to view, and also to get involved with Curiosity?
Yeah, definitely. So on my YouTube channel, which is just Lisa Belcher, we have lots of behind the scenes stuff from all the films, if anyone's interested to see how things were made. I filmed The Gift that was shot in Hong Kong. That is still available on demand at thegiftthemovie.com. And there's a trailer and a couple other things on my YouTube channel. But Jump Rock Pictures, that's my production company. So that's probably the best way to find everything under the productions page. There's links to everything. And again, that's jumprockpictures.com. So, yeah.
Cool. Well, Lisa, it's been a pleasure to have you on my show. I'm so excited. And I can't wait to meet you in person because you're my neighbor.
I know, we're close.
Yeah. So it'll be fun to get together and chat, and who knows what we can come up with someday. But it'll be fun just to meet, and that'll be just great. I love meeting people, even during this COVID. I love it. I just wear the mask. Thank you so much for joining me and for being a part of this. And this show is about dreams and helping others to achieve their dreams by your stories. Hopefully, it'll help somebody out there. If it helps one person, we've done our job.
Right. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. It's been great to talk with you. And hopefully I'll come back again soon.
Yes, you will. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thanks for tuning in with Nadia and her guests. For more info, episodes, and connection, please visit our website, thenadiasaharishow.com. Share episodes with your friends. Follow us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Instagram, and most importantly, never give up. Live your dream.
Latin Connection Magazine is a family magazine featuring people of influence, cultural events, and traditions. Conoce tu vecino y mucho más. We invite you to share your special event with us at LatinConnectionMag.com. Latin Connection Magazine. Conexión Latina y mucho más. Latin Connection Magazine. It's for anyone and everyone to enjoy, no matter who you are.